Okay, people. I tried 5 times to get this simulation that I've used a bunch to work, but for some reason, between the QuickTime Player running, the Google loading, and all that kind of stuff, it just didn't work. It kept freezing up on me. So we're done with that. I'm not going to do this anymore. Now here we go. We've got a 2 microfarad and a 4 microfarad capacitor are connected to a 60-volt battery. What is their total charge applied to the capacitors when they are wired in parallel? Okay, the total charge now. That's Q. So we got to find their equivalent capacitance when they're in parallel, and what is the total charge when they are in series with each other? Well, that's not a hard problem at all. This is nice. Okay, so here's basically what we've got. We've got 2 microfarad capacitor here. Okay. And a 4 microfarad capacitor here. And 60 volts. Now they're in parallel. So that means 60 volts is going through there. That means 60 volts is going through there. Okay, so the total charge, in other words, the total charge, you just add them up. So the Q is equal to the capacitance in parallel times the voltage. So 6 times 10 to the negative 6 times 60. That's pretty easy. The only time we have an issue is if they're in series. So now, here's what happens. Here they are in series with each other. Okay. And this is 60 volts, 2 ohm, or 2 farads, 4 farads. Okay, now the charge isn't the same. Okay, or the voltage isn't the same here. This is like a V1 and a V2. All right. And since charge Q is equal to C times V, and the V's aren't the same, okay, but what is going to be the same on both of these is the charge. So Q is going to stay the same, but the V is going to be different. So we got Q over V1 is equal to C1. Q over V2 is equal to C2. Okay, well, I don't know what Q is, so I got to find the total charge. So I've got V2 is equal to Q over C2, and V1 is equal to Q over C1. So I'm trying to find the total and I know that 60 volts is equal to Q over C2 plus Q over C3 or C1. And so we can cancel this Q out here. Q times we can just cancel that. Okay. Because that's what the 60 volts is equal to. So we cancel out the charge. We get 1 over C2 plus 1 over C1. Don't forget to flip it. Now, to make your calculation easier, though, you can still leave it as 1 over 2 plus 1 over 4 to the minus 1. So this is 2 over 4. This is 3 over 4. So this is equal to 4/3 microfarads. So it's 1.33 times 10 to the negative 6 times 60. All right? Cool beans. So that was a nice short one.